Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Jagannath, Samsara Dava Nalalida Loka Chanayaka Arunaganaganatvam Paptasya kalyana gunaravasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Balicha Madhyam Manasura Sena. Romancha Kampa Sutaranga Bajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shri Vigrahara Dhanani Janana Shingaratan Mandira Majinado. Yuktasya Bhaktam Saniyunjatobi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Chaturvida Shri Bhagavat Prasado Sadvana Chiptan Hari Bhakta Sangam. Kirtaiva Chiptim Vajata Sadeva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shri Radhika Madhavayora Para Madhurya Lila Narupanam. Pratikshana Swadhana Lolobhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Nikunja Yuno Rati Kelisidai Jaya Libi Tera Peksanina. Tatarati Takshat Atipalavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Sakshadhari Chena Samasta Sastri Yuktastata Bhavya Videva Sadvi Sakshadhari Chena Kinto Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Bande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Bande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Yasha Prasada Bhagavat Prasada Yasha Prasada Nagati Katopi I am Stutvam Stasya Yasastri Sandam Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Bande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Nama Om Vishnu Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavari Paskadya Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Jaya Shri Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Bolo Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nita Gora Hari Bol, Nita Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nita Gora Hari Bol. Tagore Premanandi Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parajikachasta Tarasatara Shri Shishimari's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parajikachasta Tarasatara Shri Shishimari's Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Shikoho, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Dvaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaur, Bhaktivinda Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath, Samkunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapura Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Ganga Maya Ki Jai, Jamuna Maya Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Ki Jai. Staying at a Sinhaya. Hiranya Kashipu Vakshaha. Shila Tanka Nakalaye. Ito Nisingha Parato Nisingo. Yato Yato Yamita To Nisinga. Bahir Nishingo, Hiraye Nishingo. Nara Singamadim Saranam Papade. Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam. Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Shingde Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki.
Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Priyasi Namo Namaha Radha Krishna Seva Bhavo Abhilasi Radha Krishna Seva Bhavo Abhilasi जय तुम्हारा शरण लो तारा वंशा पूर्ण हो कृपा कोरि कोरो तारे वृंदावन भासी मोरा अभिलाष विलास कुंज दियो वास Tani cha papani Brahma hatyari kani cha Tani tani pranakshante Pradashina pare pare Yani kani cha papani Brahma hatyari kani cha Tani tani pranakshante Pradakshina pare pare Yani kani cha papani Brahma hatyari kani cha Tani tani pranakshante Pradakshina pare pare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Vrinda Devi. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai.
Jai Tulsi Devaya Priyaye Kesavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyaratai Namo Namaha. Vrindaye Tulsi Devaya Priyaye Kesavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyaratai Namo Namaha. Vrindaye Tulsi Devi Maharani ki jai. O Tulasi, beloved of Krishna, I bow before you again and again. My desire is to obtain the service of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has his wishes fulfilled. bestowing your mercy upon him, you make him a resident of Vrindavana. My desire is that you also grant me residence in the pleasure groves of Shri Vrindavana Dham. Thus, within my vision, I will always behold the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower of the cowherd damsels of Raja. Please give me the privilege of devotional service and make me your own maidservant. This very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna prays, may always swim in love with Shri Radha and Govinda, Tulsi Devi Maharani ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Siksastakam ki jai. Eto dapana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Shirakairabhya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vaduhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Patishutam Punam Dasatanam Sarvapnasavanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nanam Kari Bhavudani Sarasati Tatakartani Amipasvarani Nakalama Ekadrishi Prabhupaka Gopambamapi Vipayatava Padapankaja Stitaduli Sadvisam Vichintaya Nayanam Gada Surudadaya Vadanam Gadgadurudaya Jira Pulakaya Nisitam Vapu Kada Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayitam Nimesena Chakshasa Parvasayatam Sunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename Aslishyava Padaratam Pinastumam Adarsanam Mamahato Karotova Yata Tata Vavidhatato Lampato Matprananatastu Saeva Naparaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Chaitanya Siksastakam ki jai. Glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart, will dust accumulated for years, and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to the living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw on the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sensible prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yet somehow or other I have fallen into this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your holy name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Siksastakam ki jai. There are 10 offenses in the matter of chanting the holy names of the Lord that should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who dedicate their lives to propagating the holy names of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of the demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to and independent names of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature and literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna's imagination. 6. To give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities or karma kanda. 9. To instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions in this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer our most humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desire trees that can fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vanchakalpa Tarabhyascha Kripasindhabhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnava Thakur Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam Grantaraj Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmad Yasya Yato Nivayad Itaratas Charte Suavigya Swarat. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muyanti Yatsurayaha. Tejo Varimidam Yata Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Misha. Damna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes, of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations. And he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji. The original living being. By him even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion. As one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen on fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. Dharma projita kaitravotra paramo nirmatsananam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shividam tapatrayon mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim Vapurer Ishwaraha Sadyohridi Avarudyate Tra Kriti Bihi Sususabhistakshanat. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. This Bhagavata Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. Highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam sukumakad amrita dravya samyutam pibata bhagavatam rasam alayam muhur aho rasika bhuvi bhavukaha. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam. Relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyam Taksto Abhadrani Vidunati Srihitsatam. To hear about Krishna from the Vedic literatures, or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita, is itself righteous activity. And for one who hears about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is dwelling in everyone's heart, acts as a best-wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly engages in hearing of him. In this way, a devotee naturally develops his dormant transcendental knowledge. As he hears more about Krishna from the Bhagavatam and from the devotees, he becomes fixed in the devotional service of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 12, verse number 21. Danvinam agranir esa Tulyash charjunayor dvavyo hutasa ivadur darshan samudra ivadustaraha. Amongst great bowmen, translation by Srila Prabhupada, amongst great bowmen, this child will be as good as Arjuna. He will be as irresistible as fire and as unsurpassable as the ocean. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. This is a very long purport, so Prabhupada has a lot to say about it. In history, there are two Arjunas. One is Kartavirya Arjuna, the king of Haihaya, and the other is the grandfather of the child, meaning Arjuna, the grandfather of Parikshit Maharaj. Both Arjunas are famous for their bowmanship, and the child Parikshit is foretold to be equal to both of them, particularly in fighting. A short description of the Pandava Arjuna is given below. Pandava Arjuna, the great hero of the Bhagavad Gita. He is the Kshatriya son of Maharaj Pandu. Queen Kunti Devi could call for any one of the demigods, and thus she called Indra, and Arjuna was born by him. Arjuna is therefore a plenary part of the heavenly King Indra. He was born in the month of Falguna, February-March, and therefore he is called Falguni. When he appeared as the son of Kunti, his future greatness was proclaimed by air messages, and all the important personalities from different parts of the universe, such as the demigods, the Gandharvas, the Adityas from the sun globe, the Rudras, the Vasus, the Nagas, and different rishis, sages of importance, and the Apsaras, the society girls of heaven, all attended the ceremony. The Apsaras pleased everyone by their heavenly dances and songs. Vasudeva, the father of Lord Krishna and the maternal uncle of Arjuna, sent his priest, representative Kashyapa, to purify Arjuna by all the prescribed samskaras or reformatory processes. His samskara of being given a name was performed in the presence of the rishis, residents of the Satasringa. He married 4 wives, Draupadi, Subhadra, Chitrangada, and Ulupi, from whom he got 4 sons of the names Shrutakirti, Abhimanyu, Prabhuvahana, and Iravan, respectively. During his student life, he was entrusted to study under the great professor Dronacharya, along with other Pandavas and the Kurus. But he excelled everyone by his studious intensity. Dronacharya was especially attracted by his disciplinary affection. Dronacharya accepted him as a first-grade scholar and loved heartily to bestow upon him all the blessings of military science. He was so ardent a student that he used to practice bowmanship even at night. And for all these reasons, Professor Dronacharya was determined to make him the topmost bowman of the world. He passed very brilliantly the examination in piercing the target, and Dronacharya was very pleased. Royal families, that target is the eye of a bird that was very far away. None of the other Kurus or Pandavas were able to do it. Only Arjuna was able to do it. Royal families at Manipura and Tripura are descendants of Arjuna's son, Prabhuvahana. That's a very important point. Arjuna saved Dronacharya from the attack of a crocodile, and the Acharya, being pleased with him, awarded him with a weapon of the name Brahmasirsas. So there are crocodiles in the Yamuna, in the Ganges. Did you know that? Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, Ganga Devi rides on a crocodile. Yeah. So be careful. You might end up being a meal of a crocodile going to India. Maharaj Drupada was inimical towards Dronacharya, and thus when he attacked the Acharya, Arjuna got him arrested and brought him before Dronacharya. He besieged the city of the name Ahichatra, belonging to Maharaj Drupada, and after taking it over, he gave it to Dronacharya. He's a good disciple of Dronacharya. The confidential treatment of the weapon Brahmasirsas was explained to Arjuna, and Dronacharya was promised by Arjuna that he would use the weapon if necessary when he, Dronacharya, personally became an enemy of Arjuna. Wow. By this, the Acharya forecast the future battle of Kurukshetra, in which Dronacharya was on the opposite side. Maharaj Drupada, although defeated by Arjuna, on behalf of his professor, Dronacharya, decided to hand over his daughter, Draupadi, to his young combatant. But he was disappointed when he heard the false news of Arjuna's death in the fire of a shellak house, intrigued by Duryodhana. He therefore arranged for Draupadi's personal selection of a groom who could pierce the eye of a fish hanging on the ceiling. This trick was especially made because only Arjuna could do it. And he was successful in his desire to hand over his equally worthy daughter to Arjuna. Arjuna's brothers were at that time living incognito under agreement with Duryodhana. And Arjuna and his brothers attended the meeting of Draupadi's selection in the dress of brahmanas. When all the Kshatriya kings assembled saw that a poor brahmana had been garlanded by Draupadi for her lord, Sri Krishna disclosed his identity to Balarama. He met Ulupi at Haridwara, and he was attracted by a girl belonging to a Naga Loka. Yes, so Ulupi is the daughter of the Nagas, the snakes. And thus Iravan was born. Similarly, he met Chitrangada, a daughter of the king of Manipura, and thus Babru Vahana was born. Lord Sri Krishna made a plan to help Arjuna to kidnap Subhadra, sister of Sri Krishna, because Baladeva was inclined to hand her over to Duryodhana. Yudhishthira also agreed with Sri Krishna, and thus Subhadra was taken by force by Arjuna and then married to him. Subhadra's son is Abhimanyu, father of Parikshit Maharaj, the posthumous child. Arjuna satisfied the fire god by setting fire to the Kandavana forest, and thus the fire god gave him one weapon. Indra was angry when the fire was set in the Kandavana forest, and thus Indra, assisted by all other demigods, began fighting with Arjuna for his great challenge. They were defeated by Arjuna, and Indradeva returned to his heavenly kingdom. Arjuna also promised all protection to one Mayasura, and the latter presented him with one valuable conch shell celebrated as the Devadatta. Similarly, he received many other valuable weapons from Indradeva when he was satisfied to see his chivalry. Indradeva is his father, so he fought against his father. When Maharaj Yudhishthira was disappointed in defeating the king of Magadha, Jarasandha, and it was Arjuna only who gave King Yudhishthira all kinds of assurances, and thus Arjuna, Bhima, and Lord Krishna started for Magadha to kill Jarasandha. When he went out to bring all other kings of the world under the subjection of the Pandavas, as was usual after the coronation of every emperor, he conquered a country called Kalinda and brought in subjugation King Bhagadatta. Then he traveled through countries like Antagiri, Ulukapura, Modapura, and brought under subjugation all the rulers. Sometimes he underwent severe types of penances, and later on he was rewarded by Indradeva. Lord Shiva also wanted to try the strength of Arjuna, and in the form of an aborigine, Lord Shiva met him. There was a great fight between the two, and at last Lord Shiva was satisfied with him and disclosed his identity. Arjuna prayed to the Lord in all humbleness, and the Lord, being pleased with him, presented him with the Pasupata weapon. He acquired many other important weapons from different demigods. He received Dandastra from Yamaraj, Pasastra from Varuna, and Antardanastra from Kuvera, the treasure of the heavenly kingdom. Indra wanted him to come to the heavenly kingdom, the Indraloka planet beyond the moon planet. In that planet, he was cordially received by the local residents, and he was awarded reception in the heavenly parliament of Indradeva. Then he met Indradeva, who not only presented him with his Vajra weapon, but also taught him the military and musical science, and as used in the heavenly planet. In one sense, Indra is the real father of Arjuna, and therefore indirectly he wanted to entertain Arjuna with the famous society girl of heaven, Urvasi, the celebrated beauty. The society girls of heaven are lusty, and Urvasi was very eager to contact Arjuna, the strongest human being. She met him in his room and expressed her desires, but Arjuna sustained his unimpeachable character by closing his eyes before Urvasi, addressing her as mother of the Kuru dynasty, and placing her in the category of his mothers, Kunti, Madri, and Sachi Devi, wife of Indradeva. Disappointed, Urvasi cursed Arjuna and left. And in the heavenly planet, he also met the great celebrated ascetic Lomasa and prayed to him for the protection of Maharaj Yudhishthira. When his inimical cousin Duryodhana was under the clutches of the Gandharvas, he wanted to save him and requested the Gandharvas to release Duryodhana, but the Gandharvas refused, and thus he fought with them and got Duryodhana released. When all the Pandavas lived incognito, he presented himself in the court of King Virata as a eunuch, and he was employed as the musical teacher of Uttara, his future daughter-in-law, and was known in the Virata court as the Brihannala. As Brihannala, he fought on behalf of Uttara, the son of King Virata. As Brihannala, he fought on behalf of Uttara. Oh, Uttara, okay. There's Uttara and Uttara. So Uttara is the son, Uttara is the daughter of King Virata, and thus defeated the Kurus in the fight incognito. His secret weapons were safely kept in the custody of a Somi tree, and he ordered Uttara to get them back. His identity and his brother's identity were later on disclosed to Uttara. Dronacharya was informed of Arjuna's presence in the fight of the Kurus and the Viratas. Later on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, later on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna killed many great generals like Karna and others. After the battle of Kurukshetra, he punished Aswatthama, who had killed all the 5 sons of Draupadi. Then all the brothers went to Bhismadeva. It is due to Arjuna only that the great philosophical discourses of the Bhagavad Gita were again spoken by the Lord on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. His wonderful acts on the battlefield of Kurukshetra are vividly described in the Mahabharata. Arjuna was defeated, however, by his son Prabhu Vahana at Manipura and fell conscious when Ulupi saved him. After the disappearance of Lord Krishna, the message was brought by Arjuna to Maharaj Yudhishthira. Again, Arjuna visited Dwarka, and all the widow wives of Lord Krishna lamented before him. He took them all in the presence of Vasudeva and pacified all of them. Later on, when Vasudeva passed away, he performed his funeral ceremony in the absence of Krishna. While Arjuna was taking all the wives of Krishna to Indraprastha, he was attacked on the way, and he could not protect the ladies in his custody. At last, advised by Vyasa Deva, all the brothers headed for Mahaprasthana. On the way, at the request of his brother, he gave up all important weapons as useless, and he dropped them all in the water. Arjuna Ki Jai. Well, you see, he goes to heaven. Well, actually what happened was the Pandava brothers had an agreement that each brother would be 1 year in private with Draupadi. So when Draupadi was with Maharaj Yudhishthira for 1 year, there was some possibility of an attack on the Pandavas. And Arjuna panicked and ran to inform Yudhishthira and sort of barged into the palace where Yudhishthira and Draupadi were privately together. And so he violated the terms of the brothers. And so Yudhishthira told him that he had to leave for 1 year. So Arjuna did not argue with his brother. He accepted that. He made a mistake, even though there was an emergency. And during that year, he went to the heavenly planets, Indraloka, to be with his dad. But at that time, Indra arranged for Urvasi to dance for the pleasure of Arjuna. She became attracted to him, and apparently he refused because he said, "You're like my mother," and because Urvasi was the favorite, let's say, woman for his father Indradev, and the Apsaras were able to engage in, let's call it, extra sexual activity. They were permitted to do such a thing. That's why Prabhupada calls them society girls of the Devas. Anyway, she cursed Arjuna to become a eunuch. And then Indra interceded, and he said, "Oh, look, he can't be a eunuch the rest of his life." So then she finally agreed to reduce it to 1 year. And that's why when they were incognito, the Pandavas were incognito for 1 year, they had to be in exile 13 years, and then 1 year, 14th year, they had to be incognito. So during that time, he was a eunuch, and because of that, he was permitted to take care of King Virata's daughter, Uttara. And he would bathe her, he would massage her, he taught her how to dance and so forth. He was allowed in the private quarters of the women. So after Arjuna single-handedly defeated the Kurus, who were they had found out that maybe the Pandavas were hiding in that kingdom. So the son of Virata said, "Oh, I'll go out there and knock their socks off." So when they go out with Arjuna had hidden all his weapons, and they pick up the weapons, and when they go out in front of the Kurus, the Brihanala, he faints out of fear. So then Arjuna defeated all the Kurus single-handedly. It was a shocking defeat. And then later on, Brihanala finds out. He sees this happen. He's amazed. And he tells his father, "That's not an ordinary eunuch." He said, "That's Arjuna, one of the Pandavas." And then Virata understands that, the Pandavas are incognito in his kingdom. And therefore, he offers his daughter to Arjuna, Uttara. Arjuna's basically his disciple. And he refuses. He said, "No, I cannot marry my disciple. I am like her father." So that explains also the relationship between guru and disciple. So the guru treats his or her disciples as his own children. But he says, "I can arrange for her to marry my son, Abhimanyu," and that way Uttara married Abhimanyu. So there are a lot of histories here. Another interesting history is that Arjuna is defeated by one of his sons, the son of Chitrangadu, Prabhu, what's his name? Prabhu Vahana. So he falls unconscious, and then Ulutpi saves him from being killed. So there are a lot of pastimes here. Another interesting one, he defeated Lord Shiva. Well, he didn't defeat him, but he checkmated Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva, who's invincible, he gave him his Pasupati weapon. And when Urvasi wants to marry Arjuna, Prabhupada describes Arjuna's character as unimpeachable. Impeachment means you accuse someone because you have valid evidence, and then they're going to be tried. But you can't accuse Arjuna of anything because he has such an unimpeachable character. And he proved that by refusing to marry Urvasi and refusing to marry Uttara. So his main concern in life was not sense gratification. It was rather pleasing Lord Krishna, pleasing his gurus, and but even Arjuna was temporarily placed into illusion in order to deliver the Bhagavad Gita. Although was he actually an illusion? It's impossible because he's the personal, let's say, servant of Krishna or friend of Krishna. But he played the part in order to have the Bhagavad Gita spoken. So we'll stop right there. Are there any questions? Okay, no questions, no answers. And we'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.